Welcome back to the shadows, my devoted listeners. I do hope you've been keeping your ears open and your drains closed. Tonight's tale seeps up from the depths where forgotten things gather. Some urban legends are just campfire lies, but some, they crawl their way through pipes and wait beneath the drain, collecting voices and souls. Let me tell you about a girl who giggled too close to the third stall, and the legend that was starving for company.
The legend of the third stall began in 1987. Lucy Pemberton, age 12, found dead in the girls' bathroom at Whitmore Middle School. Drowned, the coroner said, but there was no water in her lungs. The janitor found her wedged head first in the toilet. Impossible, the police said. No one could fit. The stall was sealed off, marked permanently out of order. But the giggles, those never stopped. 37 years later, Whitmore Middle School still operates. The bathroom still has that third stall, and new students still learn about Lucy's game. Candace Martinez was new to Whitmore, 14, confident, desperate to fit in. When the popular girls offered her a chance to join their group, she didn't ask about the initiation. In the bathroom, the girls stood in front of a particular stall. 3 knocks on the stall door, whisper, "I see you, Lucy," then flush. If nothing happens, you're in. And if something does happen, then you run fast. This was the initiation Brittany always used on newbies. Candace was new to this school, so she didn't know about the legend or what she was about to walk into. And they didn't call it a game at first. The year after Lucy Pemberton died, the third stall was never fully sealed. The lock hung useless, the door never quite closed, and the air inside it never quite matched the rest of the room. Students avoided it at first, teachers dismissed it, but time has a way of dulling fear and sharpening curiosity. It began with a simple dare, a knock on the door, a whisper into the dark, a test to see if anything would answer back. Something did. What followed wasn't panic, it was fascination. The sound didn't stay in the stall, it followed through sinks, through drinking fountains, through every pipe that threaded beneath the school. And so the ritual began to take shape. 3 knocks to get her attention, words spoken low so only she could hear, a flush to open the path beneath. Each step passed down, refined, remembered. Not to summon her, but to survive her. Because those who heard her voice were never left alone afterward. By the time Candace Martinez arrived at Whitmore, it was no longer a rumor. It was tradition. Candace stepped into the third stall. The air felt different there, thicker, colder, like breathing underwater. She whispered, "I see you, Lucy," and then flushed the toilet. Candace waited. The other girls held their breath outside. Then from deep in the pipes, something giggled back. "I see you too, Candace." Candace ran, but the giggling followed her down the hall, coming from every drinking fountain, every sink, and that night, lying in bed, she heard dripping in her walls. "You said you saw me. That means we're friends now. Friends don't leave friends alone in the dark." Lucy followed Candace everywhere, through water pipes, through storm drains, through the very foundations of the town. She whispered constantly now, stories of the dark spaces between the walls, of children who joined her over the decades. Candace stopped bathing, stopped brushing her teeth, avoided any room with running water, but Lucy was patient. She'd been patient for 37 years. Candace was exhausted and on the verge of breaking. "What do you want from me?" "I want to play, but I can't play alone anymore. Come down and play with me, Candace. Come down where it's always dark and always wet, and we can giggle forever." Candace was succumbing to her whims. She was already tired and on the verge of breaking. Candace returned to school that Friday night. The building was empty, dark. She walked straight to the girls' bathroom, to the third stall. This time she didn't knock. She just knelt by the toilet and looked down into the drain. Candace saw her, Lucy's pale face looking up from the black water. Hair floating like seaweed, eyes wide with decades of loneliness. The water's warm down here, and there are so many tunnels to explore, so many children to meet. Candace reached toward the water. Lucy's small, waterlogged hand reached back. Their fingers touched, ice cold, but somehow comforting, like coming home. Then, the trance shattered in an instant. The door trembled under heavy fists. Light bled beneath the cracks, harsh, real, interrupting. The janitor was on the other side of the door. Candace flinched. Her fingers jerked back, too fast, too afraid. Candace scrambled back, Lucy's grip slipping. The moment broke. The choice postponed. Lucy looked abandoned and disappointed. The water started to bubble, showcasing her anger. "You can't avoid every drain forever, Candace. I'll be waiting. I'm very, very patient." The janitor came in and found Candace. When he glanced at the toilet, Lucy was already gone. Candace didn't return to school for 3 days. She was in the hospital being treated for shock. She didn't talk and barely blinked. She just sat there, quiet. However, from the bathroom, she could hear the water dripping from the faucet, but no Lucy. It was finally quiet. Candace returned to school, but she was a little different. She didn't use that bathroom anymore. Even if it was the closest bathroom, she would always use a different bathroom in the school. She didn't drink from the water fountain anymore. She carried a water bottle with her. When Candace was walking in the hallway, she heard a giggle. That same giggle that haunted her for days. She looked up and saw that she was in front of the bathroom. That same bathroom where Lucy was silently waiting for her. "I'm still waiting for you, Candace. Don't think that you can hide forever." You've been listening to Whispers in the Dark. Some of you think the story ended in that bathroom, but water doesn't stay in one place, does it? It moves through every pipe, every wall, every home, every drop. So tonight, when the sink runs a little longer than it should, when the shower whispers back, don't answer.